Welcome to G-Files History. Today's May 29th, a day that marked the end of an empire and the dawn of a new age. On this day in 1453, the great city of Constantinople, capital of the Byzantine Empire, fell to the forces of Sultan Mehmed II of the Ottoman Empire. It was not merely a conquest, it was the final blow to the ancient Roman world, and a turning point that reshaped Europe, the Middle East, and the very course of history. For over 1,000 years, Constantinople has stood as the heart of the Eastern Roman Empire, known later as the Byzantine Empire, a bastion of Christianity, classical knowledge, art, and imperial power. It had withstood wave after wave of sieges and invasions. But the 15th century, the empire was a shadow of its former self, weakened, divided, and surrounded by growing might of the Ottoman Turks. On April 6, 1453, Sultan Mehmed II, only 21 years old, began a massive siege with an army of over 80,000 soldiers and the use of enormous cannons, some of the largest ever built at the time. For 7 brutal weeks, the city's defenders, vastly outnumbered, held the line, but in the early hours of May 29th, the Ottomans breached the walls. Constantine XI, the last Byzantine emperor, fought and died alongside his men. The city, long seen as invincible, was sacked. Churches, including the Grand Hagia Sophia, were converted to mosques, and the ancient city became the new Ottoman capital, Istanbul. It was the end of the Byzantine Empire, and with it, the last living remnant of the Roman Empire. The fall of Constantinople sent shockwaves across Christian Europe. It fueled panic and urgency in the West, contributing to the age of exploration, as Europeans searched for new trade routes and avoided Ottoman-controlled lands. It marked the rise of the Ottoman Empire as a dominant world power, one that would stretch deep into Europe, Asia, and Africa for centuries. The intellectual diaspora of fleeing Byzantine scholars helped ignite the Renaissance, as Greek texts, ideas, and knowledge flowed into Western Europe. And culturally, the fall forever changed the balance between Islamic and Christian worlds, setting the stage for centuries of political, religious, and military conflict. Today, Istanbul remains one of the most historically rich cities on earth, a city that has worn the crowns of Rome, Byzantium, and the Ottomans. On this day, the walls fell, and with them an entire era. But it was also the day a new world began to rise from the rubble. When East met West, old met new, and the tides of history turned. That's May 29th, one day, a world of history.